All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. It's your boy True Inferno, and today's date is Wednesday actually, April the 16th. And as you can see over here, we got a Passimian max battle. So here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. I need a good IV of one of these so I can be prepared for Snorlax G-Max, max weekend, or max day rather, the max day event featuring, wait a minute, we need to switch. Oh, it's break? Oh, okay, never mind. We could have stayed in here. But yeah, I'm prepping for the Snorlax, or Gigantamax Snorlax Max Battle Day event. So that's what's going on right here. And let me see, is this going to be break? Yep, it's break. So we're going to bring back the Gengar rather. So here's the squad I'm using for Passimian, which is a level 3 max battle, by the way. Gengar the lead, I got a Machamp, and I got a Moltres that knows a flying move. Not a fire move, a flying move. And you probably wondering why Gengar and why the Machamp. So here's the thing. Passimian is a fighting type. It mostly uses fire moves. Fighting moves, excuse me. And Ghost is pretty good against that in terms of taking the hits. So fighting is not super effective against Ghost, and at the same time, Ghost is not super effective against fighting. So they kind of being non-effective against each other. So that's why I got that out. But here's the problem. Passimian also knows Brutal Swing, which is a dark type move. So that's where Machamp comes to play, because Machamp, which is a fighting type, can take dark moves. So, because again, dark is not super effective against fighting. So that's why the Machamp is here. But seeing how this one doesn't have Brutal Swing, I could have bring in 2 Gengars, powered up Gengars actually, and gone for there. Now, another thing is, Moltres is also a flying type, so he can take all these fighting moves right here, as you can clearly see. So I'm about to switch out, bring in the Gengar. So what's going on in this video? So the Pokemon Horizon celebration event is going on right now. So the Pikachu with the captain's hat and the evolved form of Spigatigo with the country hat, or whatever that is, that country bumpkin hat, or whatever it is out and about as well. So those 2 Pokemon are out. Those 2 Pokemon can be shiny. But my focus, to be honest, is to get the Passimian. To get a good IV Passimian for the Gigantamax Snorlax. And we're going to talk about all the counters that you want to use against this thing. So there's a few that you want to go with in terms of attackers, tanks, and of course, healers. So I'm going to have all the info for you guys, all the answers rather for you guys in this video. So right now, this Gengar is about to faint. So I'm about to dodge, but there's no point in doing that. All right, so Gengar is down. We got the meter up. We're bringing in the Moltres. The Moltres is going to do some serious damage right here. And then, see, there it is, max airstream. So you can see that right there. It's a flying type. If it was not a flying type, a fire type, then we would be in trouble. We would be in serious trouble either that, or it would take longer to get this done. So there's that. So it's almost in the red. The health bar is almost in the red. I want to say Passimian is there it is. It's kind of tanky because it's getting hit with super effective moves from the Moltres, and it's kind of not doing much. Like, the health's going down a little bit, but it's kind of not doing much. So, dang it, I thought I got the dodge up. Apparently I did not. Let's bring in the Machamp so he can take more of these hits. Now, while fighting isn't exactly super effective nor non-effective against fighting, but the Machamp can still take those hits. Look at that, especially since this one's powered up too. So there's that. Now, one more Dynamax episode featuring the Moltres, and we should be good here. So I'm not worried about soloing this. So you can solo Passimian. It's a little tough, and it's time consuming, and you got to have power Pokemon. You got to have power Pokemon, and you got to have one super effective Pokemon in your party, but it is doable. So here I'm about to show you right here, right now. I'm on my last Pokemon though, but once we get that max meter up, oh yeah, get the thing. Okay. I still took the hit, but we got to this point right here. So we Dynamaxing my Moltres, the 98% IV Moltres, mind you. So naturally, I'll power this up. I think I maxed it out, or it's close. It's like level 40, I don't remember. But nevertheless, there's the first one. One more max airstream, and that should do the trick. There it is. We took down the Passimian. Now also, Passimian can be shiny, by the way. So Keep that in mind. So it would be cool if we get a shiny that have really good IVs, or even a Shundo. That would be cool. Oh yeah, 2 rare candies. I want the rare candies. We do not want to put any of these in the power spot. So that's the one thing. You need all 3 Pokemon, so you can't put none of them in the power spot when you're going up against Passimian. And let's see. That is not shiny boo. It says 1692. That might be good. So I might be satisfied with that. Let's see. We're going to capture this first. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we got the Passimian. So let's see what the IVs are. And again, it might be good. No, it's not good. So yeah, we have to go in the 1700s by the looks of it. So we have to go in the 1700s. So looking around here, so in case you wonder where I'm at, I'm actually near the Schoolcraft College area. So there's a Phalanx right there. There's another Passimian over there. So we're going to do that. And there's another one back there. Wait, is that on the other side of the freeway? I can't tell. There may be another side of the freeway, so I won't be able to do that one. And then there's some over there. So yeah, we're going to try to do some more. Let's go. I'm going this way. Y'all not following along. Believe it or not, we are 7 minutes away from raid hour, but we're not focusing on that. We are focusing on this right here. So we got another Passimian raid, right, or max battle actually. Now, speaking of battles and stuff like that, it's the moment y'all been waiting for. What to use against Gigantamax Snorlax. Hold on, let me switch. I knew it. Brutal Swing. I knew it. It's Brutal Swing. So this one had Brutal Swing. So the Machamp would take those, while the Gengar will take all the other moves, which are fighting moves. Oh, here's another Brutal Swing. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. And then we go switch back in the Gengar. So this is going to be tough because I'm actually reading off a list of stuff to help you guys out while doing this at the same time. So I need to be focused. Looking up and down right here. But let's get on with it. So what will Snorlax know? So Snorlax rather will know the possible moves, and we'll use them against you. We're looking at Superpower, which is a fighting move, the only fighting move Snorlax will have. It will also know Heavy Slam, which is a steel move, Hyper Beam, which is a normal move, Earthquake, which is a ground move, Outrage, which is a dragon move, Skull Badge, and Body Slam, and the last 2 are normal moves. So there you go with that. Now, what counters should you be using against the Snorlax? Let's start off with attackers. So you got to have at least 1 attacker on your squad. So the main one you want to roll with is Machamp. Like without question, you want to roll with Machamp. Make sure that it have a fighting charge move on its arsenal. Make sure that it does indeed have a fighting move as a charge move, so you can use that against the Snorlax. Now, number 2 on the list is Passimian. So again, same with Passimian, make sure that it have a fighting move on its charge move slot, or whatever the case may be. So that would be very, very important. You want to be super effective against the Snorlax, because I have a sneaky suspicion that Snorlax will be tanky as heck, so you do not want to take this thing very, very lightly. This thing is using a bunch of Brutal Swings here, so let's see what they're going to use next. If I see the notification, they're going to use another Brutal Swing. There it is. So bring in the, yep, there it is. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to keep the Machamp in. Ironically enough, we got the Machamp right here. We're going to keep this in for a bit. Now, next up on the list is Phalanx. Phalanx is a fighting type, so Phalanx is one right there that you want to use. It's not the best fighting type in this case. That's where Machamp and Phalanx become, not Phalanx, Passimian, which is my battling right here, we're going to play. Oh, switch. That was close. All right, switch out, bring in the Gengar. So you want to bring in the Machamp and the Passimian. Those will be your top 2 options. And if you want to bring in 2 fighter types, those are the 2 right there. But if you don't have access to either one of those, Phalanx is not a bad option as well. Because remember, you're going to be in there, hopefully, with 39 other people. So keep that in mind. Now, you can't just go in there and just go attack. You got to have balance to your team. That's where the tanks come to play. So the leading tanky for this is Blastoise. So Blastoise is tanky, and Snorlax will have nothing that would be super effective against the Blastoise. So Blastoise will be your number 1 tank right here. Everything else is a question mark. It's going to be tough to say because of the fact that Snorlax do have, switch. Get close. Yep, and there goes the Machamp. Because like I was saying, because Snorlax do indeed have a large array of options to use as an attack. So the next one on the list would be Metagross. So Metagross will be the next one on the list. It's a bit tanky as well. The problem is Metagross is a steel type. Granted, it's psychic as well, but it's also a steel type. And like I said, Snorlax knows superpower, which is fighting, that is super effective against steel types, but fighting is weak against psychic types. So it may cancel each other out. We need to switch. So, and then we can't let that go. We can't let that go. So whatever happens with the Gengar, we're going to live with it because we need to get that max meter up. And the Moltres is my leading attacker. I think we got the dodging. We got the dodging. This must be super effective. Yep, there it is. It's super effective. And come on, we got the meter up. We got to get the meter up. If this thing get another brutal swing off, it's game over. Okay, oh gosh. Okay, come on, get that right there, get that right there. Yes, oh gosh, that was super close. Okay, next up on the list is another one that is a bit iffy, and that would be Lapras. Lapras is also tanky as well, but here's the problem again. Snorlax knows superpower, and it knows the, what's the move? Not Hyper Beam, it's the steel move, Heavy Slam. Both of those moves will be super effective against the Lapras. So that's why Lapras is third on this list, because Snorlax knows two moves that could basically one-shot a Lapras. So that's why it's number 3 on the list. Now, you also need healers on your squad. So I only got 2 for you guys. Number 1 is Blissey. And there's a bit of a risk with Blissey because of the fact that it is a normal type, even though it's a really good healer, but it is a normal type. And again, you gotta deal with superpower. You gotta deal with superpower. So we beat the Passimian. As there's something about, I hate that feeling. Let's see, do we have ourselves a shiny this time? No, no shiny. Oh, IVs are crap. 1676, IVs are crap. But Blissey would be a good hitter. Now with Blissey, obviously you're not going to have it out to attack it and get that max meter up. You're only going to bring it in when you're Dynamaxing it to heal your teammates. That's the only reason why you're bringing that in. Which brings us to the next healer, and that would be the Greedent. Greedent, another normal type, and is weak against superpower, which is a fighting type. So again, you're not bringing the healers in to deal the damage or to try and build up the max meter rather. You're only bringing them in when you got the Dynamax or Gigantamax and you're healing up your teammates and yourself. That's it. That is it. Nothing else. So the strategy that you want to use when going against the Snorlax is this. You want to lead off with really, I would probably say, even though it's a bit of a risk, you want to really bring in a tank or 2 tanks and an attacker, or a tank, attacker, and a healer, and see what this thing has. So here's what you want to do. You want to bring in your tank first, and then once it's time to Dynamax and Gigantamax, what you want to do is see what your teammates are doing, or have a sense of what your teammates are doing, or how they looking, because more likely they're not going to follow this strategy. So you may either need to bring in your healer and heal everybody, or keep your tank in there, and assuming that it got good health, and built up your tank, built up the shields rather, so it can really be tanking. So then after that though, you're gonna get the max meters up, and then once you're at the Dynamax stage, you can either attack yourself, or you can bring your healer and heal. So you wanna use that strategy there, because again, if you just straight up attack, there's a good chance you might not beat the Snorlax. So keep that in mind. All right, we got more stuff to do, and it's now raid hour. Let's go. So that's going to do it for this sunny adventure of Pokemon Go. So I just took down a Passimian max battle. And let's see, do we have the shiny? No, still no shiny. 1695, the IVs are bland on this one, but not better than the other one I had, the 17. I had a 1713 that I found. So, and that one is a 91 with 15 attacks. So that one is more likely going to be the one that I would be using, unless I find something better before the Snorlax event comes up. All right, so we caught this one. Let's take a look at these IVs. The IVs are bland. So there you go with that. No new shinies today, unfortunately. So I'm gonna call it a wrap, 'cause I need to go. If you wish this part of the video, leave in the comment section below Snorlax. If you wish this part of the video, leave in the comment section below Snorlax, and at the very end, you should see 2 cards. One of them will be something that YouTube recommends. The other one will be the last video that I put out, and that would be of me talking about the Mega Kangaskhan Raid Day event. So yeah, that news dropped earlier today as of me releasing this video. If you haven't seen that video, check that out. Check out all my videos. I'm gonna call it a wrap now. So with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, aka the new Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah. Subscribe. Thanks, man. Do it. After you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click the bell icon so you never miss a new video or a live stream ever again. Thanks, guys.
Blue is the trainer, articulating paint. With my tongue, I done things that people said I can't. Now they rank 'em with the elite, but it's for the people, and victory is part of defeat. Cause when you get back on your feet, then you try again. Learn from mistakes, show 'em that I got what it takes, and I'm dying to win. I'ma hit and move away.